Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be solving more math kangaroo problems. So, let's start. Our first one here says, half a loaf of bread costs 6 pence more than 1/4 of a loaf of bread. How many pence does a whole loaf of bread cost? Note, a pence is an English coin. So, it says half a loaf of bread costs 6 pence more than 1/4 of a loaf of bread. 1/2 is the same as 2/4 because 1/2 times 2 over 2, or 1, equals 1 times 2 over 2 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So, 1/2 equals 2/4. 2/4 is greater than 1/4 by 1/4. So, 1/4 of a loaf of bread costs 6 pence. So, they're asking how many pence does a whole loaf of bread cost? A whole loaf is basically 4 over 4. We can get 4 over 4, or 4/4, by multiplying 1/4 by 4. 1/4 times 4 is 4/4. So, we can basically do 6 times 4. This 6 is the amount of pence that 1/4 of a loaf of bread costs. So 6 times 4 equals 24. So a whole loaf of bread costs 24 pence. Our second problem for today's video says a kangaroo is traveling from start to finish using the paths shown in the picture. Each segment is marked with the time in minutes which the kangaroo needs to travel that segment. What is the shortest time needed for the kangaroo to reach finish? For this problem, just because it says what is the shortest time needed for the kangaroo to reach finish doesn't mean it will always be the least answer, which in this case is E, 6 minutes, because it could be more than that. So we always have to try. So for this problem, we can try going in the paths which have the least amount of time. So there are a lot of paths. So we can go this way, then we can go across this long piece. So that's 2 plus 2 is 4 so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's write it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if we go across the 7, it'll be plus 7 minutes, which 4 plus 7 is 11, which is a lot. But if we go from the 6 and 1, it'll be the same, 11. So we can go on the 3. So that's adding 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we can go on the 2, since that is the next least one that heads toward finish. And then we can go across the 1, since that is the least. So this many tally marks for the black path means 10 minutes. Let's try a different path. We can go from the 2 and then on this 2, and then on the 7, as we thought of going originally but didn't. That would be 1, 2, plus 2 more, so 1, 2, plus 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be 11 minutes. We could go on this 2, then on this 2, and then we could go on this 6, and then 1. That would be 2 plus 2 plus 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then plus 1. This would also equal 11 minutes. We can try going again on the 2 and this 2. And then we could go on the 3 and the 2. But then we could go on the 6 and 7, but that would be a lot. That would be 2 plus 2 more, plus 3 more for this diagonal, so 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more again. Then 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a lot, but they're asking shortest time. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22 minutes, which is not even an option. The least amount of time in all of these options that we have came up with is 10 minutes. So, our answer for this problem will be C, 10 minutes. Our last problem for today's video says, I choose a certain number, then I subtracted 40 from it. Then I added 2,000, and as a result, I now have 325. What number did I choose in the beginning? So for these types of problems, we can find the answer in an easy and clever way by working backwards. And what I mean by working backwards, for example, is that they said that I choose a certain number, then I do a certain number of equations to that number, and as a result, I have 3,250. Since the most latest step before getting this result is adding 2,000, we can reverse it and make it minus 2,000. So 3,250 minus 2,000. And if we do that, you'll see that we'll get the answer that I got after I subtracted 40 from it. So let's do this. 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 0 is 5, 2 minus 0 is 2, and 3 minus 2 is 1. 1,250. Since they said I then subtracted 40 from it, we can reverse it and make it add 40, so plus 40. Well, we know that 50 plus 40 is 90, so there's no regrouping needed, which means it's 1,290. This will be our answer for this problem. So our answer will be C, 1,290. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked it, then please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video where we will solve more math finger problems.